BWA Roundtable, welcome to episode 13! Good God, it's been a long time. I look different, I feel different. Ladies and gentlemen out there, we have finally tackled the topic that no one at this table can figure out how to rank. Today we're going to be talking about top 5 best and worst shows in BWA history. Now, we've gone all out, we've eviscerated certain matches, we've deified certain matches, and the problem with having a good match is you can have a good match. Valdez can have a good match. Big John's match is going to suck, and that's going to ruin the show. And here's what's going to happen.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're going to try to sort out the more flawless shows, and we're going to try to sort out the more flawed shows. And when I make my list, I don't know about you guys, I had a bit of a problem crapping on shows that had that one good match. Did anyone else have that problem?
Definitely.
And I had a problem crapping on shows, rather saying, hey, this is a great show, and it turned out to have that one Dom match. Did everybody get the Dom match show?
Yeah.
Alright, well, without any further ado, let's go around the table. Let's look all the way over. John, we don't have time for it. Let's go all the way, let's look all the way to our left. Let's look at Maurice Jones. He's on one leg. He made it down an entire flight of stairs with this. He is Black Dragon. And moving over to my near left, with a cloud of smoke billowing out of his nostrils, he is Mr. Oh shit, it's Jose Valdez. I'm the host, James Alexander. We're looking at Big John, he normally doesn't have a list, but he's quite the correspondent, and we have to talk about that one down match. And then we bring it all the way up to Steven Gardino, who is apparently looking for Pokemon, but he is psycho. We turn that camera around to the only man to catch all 120 Pokemon. He is Nick Mazzotto. Let's get it started. Alright, so, as tradition would have it, we're going to start with Dragon, who just lost his list via technology. Technology, the bitch that bites you bad. Dragon, do you even have a list that can sum up the worst shows with no good matches and no redeeming qualities? Dragon, can you tell me you have that list?
I have something. We're gonna try. We're gonna make this work. This
all
might
right.
be a tag team match now, but I'm gonna try to make this work.
Oh, good.
Okay, but again, there were some shows that I didn't like, but there'd be a stellar match there, or there were certain shows that, you know, I really didn't feel comfortable counting, because like there was a couple of Halloween shows that actually had shows that weren't just the Halloween Battle Royal that were horrible, but it was Halloween, so I'm not gonna crap on, you know, throwing Dom in the graveyard. So I definitely tried, and ranking them was also very difficult. But what I did was I decided to gimmick it, and I picked specific reasons. Like there were certain things where something was good enough that it couldn't sink the show. But what I went for was the opposite, where something was so bad that it actually sunk the show. That even if there were some good matches, this was so bad it sunk the show. So let's go back to, and I'll use you for dates and time.
Sure.
The show where Hazard wrestled Sabotage and Sabotage beat him for the belt. But before that happened on the same show, I won the title by using a fireball.
Oh, we brought that up, man. That would be Collision Course 2008, an all-around ouchie show.
The show sucked. It could have been my first title win. Again, I was, you know, new, young in the game. But somebody says, hey, you're going to win the title, just do a fireball. As a fan of Street Fighter, I'm like, hell yeah, I'll do this fireball. Clip.
Valdez doing a fireball, too.
Right?
I'd like to offer you a business opportunity. I'll give you a shot at this belt. You give me a shot at your corporation.
What?
Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
Hazard offering Dragon a title shot. Here we go, Attitude title match right now.
Okay, wow.
And Dragon with a key punch.
1, 2, 3.
And Dragon. Dragon, your new Attitude champion. Loses the tag belt and picks up the Attitude title.
I know you want to keep that title in Armageddon Inc. And Hazard showed you respect by dropping, well, looks like dropped the title to you. Oh, unique matchup,
Did I see you not hit him and try to take his belt? He just didn't want to lose to Scott, right? Yeah. Too bad he's losing to Scott. You wanted to lose to Dragon?
I did get the pin. You make sure to do that in the clip. And that was the first time James was mad at me. I don't know if that conversation was on camera, but James.
Yeah, we actually showed it in a prior roundtable. We're clipping that right back in here.
Right. So James pissed at me. It was the whole, you know, that was cute, but no. You're not a champion. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Again, let me tell you that the reason I was upset is because Chris fucked my prom date. I had my own visions of giving you the title on a different upcoming show, and this was like my big master plan. Like, oh, I see so much in Dragon. I'm gonna hook him up with this title, this and that. Take my title. I hate Jews. What the hell?
And that's exactly how it was.
So he gave you the fuck you.
Yes, this is my show. So, and then the match sucked, and then Sabotage won the title, and I don't think we've seen him again. So, as a whole, the whole point of the show was to put the title on Sabotage, which, okay. And then for him to never come back. So, yeah, when he Xboxed the title, what was the point?
Can I make one observation about Sabotage?
Sure.
Sabotage is the Sheamus to Bravado's Triple H.
Okay.
In a sense that he's always going to be considered a main eventer, even though
Because he's James's friend.
Wait, what did I miss? Jesus. Nepotism?
My rebuttal to that is Sheamus can put on a match. It might not be the most entertaining all the time, but I say 5 times out of 10, Sheamus might have a good match. How many times does it 10 is Sabotage having a good match? And how many times out of 10 is Sabotage having the worst match?
Oh, wow.
Sabotage winning the title.
Can someone throw up a ratio?
Sabotage winning the title has been a devastation to the BWA on one-on-one occasion.
We've talked about it so many times on this roundtable.
My back was pulled.
I was almost gonna pick that show for the fact that you had that decent match with him with your back being pulled.
And do you remember the dark days of when Fella was champion?
Wasn't as bad as Triple H. Fine, it was bad, but it wasn't a reign of terror. It was Sheamus is champion. It wasn't like Khali being champion.
Well, did we rank?
Think about how bad. When was Sabotage winning a singles title good for BWA?
Ooh.
So my next, my number 4. This one is just me nitpicking. It was just an old match that I showed before, and I just didn't like. This was Blood Red from 2004.
Oh yeah.
It just looked really, really. Was that the debut?
That was a rough show.
I think that you're arguing against time.
That one, yeah. I feel like I'm bullying a little bit.
We could not have done any better.
Isn't Blood Red 2004?
That's when it's Redman versus Havoc. I don't want to lose, even though Havoc's the Attitude Champion. So he beats him and then complains because his pre-existing scabs that he had on his arm from, I don't know, getting beat up by his drug dealer, got opened up because Joe. Apparently, when you watch his match, it's like, man, that guy looks light, nice. He's stiff as fuck and a little heavy. So Joe hit him with something. It busted his arm open to where he took a piece of loose leaf paper, see example, and was trying to blot out the blood, ruining the pace of the match.
Tell me what I mean by that. What the hell? That Redman now receiving a note from the referee. What kind of gay shit is that? What?
And he was winning. So he beat a champion, complained. The show's basically just a playoff of his name, and that was the best match on that piece of shit.
It just looked, again, it's me bullying time a little bit, but it just didn't look so great. So
yeah, no.
Yeah.
My fucking legs wouldn't bend in 04. I don't know what it was.
So just that, and then knowing all the history behind it.
I did
not
all
a
the
great
flips.
show.
Yeah.
So then
I was... Why am I doing Steve's voice?
number 3 is the show.
I was relied upon for flips.
The show where Neo the fucking Genesis couldn't sell a car.
Oh, yeah. That is Collision Course 2009.
Yeah, what else was wrong with that?
Is that 9? No, that's actually 8.
Why do I like Collision Course so much?
Because Nick had the title. Because it's hard. Because we're telling you this show is going to be better than the surrounding shows, and we book things that would normally be good, and then motherfucking wrestling logic, people are like, oh, dude, I'm totally going to be in Alaska that day. I didn't know. Oh god. Instead, put Anthony in there instead.
Ruler of the Ring.
I just remember
Blue the ring, yeah.
every
fucking thing.
It's always like normally really good, and I remember that one.
Yeah.
Attitude Champ.
There was something else on there I did.
Collision Course.
We really try hard for Collision Course,
Yeah,
and because of that, we almost fall short. It's almost like wrestling trying not to get hurt. It's like you try so hard to achieve something that you shoot past what your comfort zone is, and you wind up having something bad.
Right.
You know?
And then I think
SummerSlam.
Nick Tony versus Mazzato for the Pride.
Yeah, yeah. That was if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that is the show. That is the Hazard and Hazard and you Fireball, then Hazard
crap.
and Sabotage,
that's the same show.
and
So
then
number 3.
me having a friggin' heat stroke during our tag match and winning, but also winning in a Marcus falls on top of me sort of way.
Yes.
What show was that?
Collision Course 2008.
Oh, that was 2008?
Yeah.
That was all one show.
One show.
Damn.
That was one show. That was really, really bad.
I blame Steve for not being there.
So,
Could have made it better.
Neo Genesis couldn't sell a fucking car.
Yo, check it out, I got a story to tell. My name is Anthony and I'm going to hell. I'm doing this shit for all my stuff.
Oh my God! Who the hell is that? What the fuck is going on?
All my friends
I
are
don't
scared
believe
of me.
this. It's
That's
a
the
God.
way I like it
Oh
to be.
shit!
Fuck
This is
I'll bend your
God.
fence, and then I'll drop you like the World Trade Center. Let's go this.
You got hit by a car.
My butt.
Boom. Like he sold more for pushes. So now after this are things that specifically happened that just I don't care about the rest of the show. So the show that Hazard almost broke my neck. Didn't like that show. What else happened? I can't remember. But just saw a clip of Hazard almost breaking my neck.
Going for the clash.
Did he hit the clash? There's no way he hit the clash on a 250-pound man. Oh my!
No way.
Hazard kept him up. I don't believe it. Oh! Hazard hit the clash, but was not able to lock it in the line. He's on the line.
Oh, he kicked out.
No, he was on the line.
There we go.
That was back in 2007, I think.
No, that was early 2008. That was when Hazard was facing each member of Armageddon Inc.
Yeah.
After he shot that promo that we didn't use on the show where he tried to join you guys.
Clip.
You keep the title. Just join us. Ready?
Yeah.
Shake his hand. Shake his hand.
Rub the belly.
Rub the belly. Rub the belly.
I'm the new leader.
What?
I just join you now.
Thanks, James. Okay.
Really not. The fact that I filmed it is as far as I go with that. That was not my creative.
Okay. And my number one is number one.
Will
for a
Goldberg go
specific-
against the script?
Specific reason. Speaking of going against scripts, I had it better because I had the date and time or whatever. But it was the last show of Original Sin, the one where he flipped over and said he is now using his real name.
Oh, first show 2009.
And 9. Yes, first show 2009. It was garbage. So because it was the last show
We'll use my actual name.
that it was Original Sin and he became TKO.
So, let me stop you there, Dragon. So, James, how does it feel when you actually super kick Trench KO Taker?
Oh, stop it.
I mean,
and touch him.
I don't know. I would like to know
breezed
how
by
that
him.
feels.
Clip.
I'm going to be going by my actual name. My actual name, because for those people who don't know, is Trench K. Ortega.
Oh shit!
All right.
I still don't know why that match didn't happen.
don't know why.
The reason why this pisses me off is because I think in my BWA career, after wrestling Psycho the second time,
Yeah.
the only person that I've ever wrestled that has beaten me that I've never beaten is Original Sin.
I have that same problem with fucking Rotten
why
Dead.
he won't.
And we had what, 4 matches?
He gave me a concussion.
And plus, he gave me a
Concussion.
And plus, he
Concussion.
knows.
Okay.
He
But
knows
because
his
I feel
crap.
like being a jerk, we're gonna clip to all the follow-up of Original Sin. So let's clip to me punching him in the promo.
Oh my God.
It'll never be over, bitch. It'll never be over.
And just to know that he had Original Sin and was doing well, became somebody else, and just went downhill. He had so much potential, but he became someone he was not, and just ruined a very strong potential character, and it just pisses me off to this day. That's it.
That is it. And that brings us to Jose Valdez, who I'm sure has a few brief comments and then he will retire to his quarters. Actually, listen to this shit.
I've never seen no shit like this.
This was a really fun. This was a really fun list to do because I like watching this old stuff. So
back when it was fun.
back when this thing was fun. So for my, I had a feeling that people would go, throughout the whole history of BWA. I made a point to exclude everything before 2007 because I feel like it was so vastly different to judge.
I only excluded 2004.
To judge everything as a whole, to judge everything, compare them to each other evenly, it wouldn't be as such. So, my number 5, Last Show 2009.
I cannot believe you said that.
Last Show 2009.
I like that show.
Okay.
It had one bad match.
Okay.
But I like that show.
It had 2 bad matches. Okay.
Yeah, you might as well mention my name. Yeah, I'm saying.
I will say,
go ahead, lay it on.
Valdez versus Pie Man, ending in a draw.
Yeah, but the fact that you took that bump over that fucking wall.
Yeah, but I took that for Pie Man.
Yeah, but it's something that had.
Did you get beat by him?
Had only been attempted back in the landmower days.
Did you get beat by him? No. The Black Dragon. I don't know what my acronym is.
I've never lost.
I don't know what my acronym is because we have the human highlight reel, the human trophy case, the Black Dragon.
Which would be TBD.
And I took a face bump.
Hold on, you
off an Olympic slam.
Hold on, you wasn't.
I was this scared.
You wasn't.
That Kurt Angle was going. No, there was no.
Oh yes, yes, he went.
Oh Jesus! Take me home tonight. I don't wanna.
And the latest last command.
My dragon, let me slam my damn self.
Yeah.
Last command.
So yours, you didn't even lose to him.
The last command of Poland.
And and not to mention, we didn't even have the work match with Pie Man at this table.
Yeah.
The choke slam, neck breaker.
I'm going on my back.
I mean,
did you ever wrestle Pie Man?
I
have not. Tag match.
Politics.
Damn it!
No. We were trying to get him for reunion fucking 2014 and 2013 to wrestle Nick. Well, no, it's actually one of the encore things in 2013, but reunion 2014. But don't worry, I wrestled Nick, no problem.
That's why I wrestle James every match in a row.
Yeah, because
Oh, Valdez.
Still waiting for my match with Max Owen and Shock.
Oh shit!
Where's Max Owen live?
Florida.
Oh man.
You'd still have to drive.
They always run to Florida.
Always run to fucking Florida.
Hello, Max Owen.
Hello, we are Steve.
Florida.
Yo.
Steph
I'll send you a picture of me in Florida with Avalanche and Max fucking Owen. And then with that picture, you're gonna have to fly down there. You're gonna call that match.
Dude, do you realize that I can call matches from my car now, right?
You're gonna wrestle on the beach in Miami?
Technology. Miami Beach.
I mean, they closed. I mean,
I think we lost track of the list.
I lost track of the list. So, but yeah, Don versus Big John. That was a bad match. And I'm not going to put the whole thing on Dom and Big John.
Because you and Hazard jumped in there and started doing moves to each other.
Because me and Hazard just jumped in, so
and cut a promo.
That made it.
That clip.
Yeah, it certainly didn't.
Hello.
Well, Hazard, what brings you here for the Clockwork
I
Orange House of Fun?
formally invite myself into this match. I'm not leaving the last show empty-handed without a belt or a victory. The end.
Well, I don't even know the rules of the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match.
I think you can invite yourself into the match.
Now, were y'all supposed to attack him, or was the match so bad y'all just jumped in to be jerks?
Match so bad, just got.
The match wasn't even bad. It was just John was in this like bad mood, and you guys were trying to like, I guess, remedy the situation slash
we were
get
trying
yourselves
so
over.
We were trying to salvage.
Send for the man. Send for the man.
You know what it is too? Like if you watch the highlight reel portion of it, you see like probably the best neck breaker between the two of them, the best German suplex between the two of them, like actual intensity between the two of them. You know,
I'll give you exactly
genuine
I'll
intensity.
give you exactly why I'm apologizing for it. All right. I wanted to wrestle that day. I wrestled fucking Pie Man. Goddamn drunk. I would have been willing to take a loss. No.
Nay, I'll win.
I'm sorry. Nay. No, not that year. Not after everything I went through that whole year. No, I was not accepting less than a win. But I did it anyway because fucking, I'll lose.
This is about your favorite show. How did that come
And we're talking about the worst show.
I still wanted to wrestle. Hazard still wanted to wrestle.
What else do I still want to do? Moves / not get hurt.
In part, I did go in to when it came to booking, Big John and Dom's match. I did kind of stick my foot in the door. Because I didn't want, I felt I could help out the match, considering I lost in a triple threat match against these two guys to lose my belt. That it would.
How did I let this shit happen? The more you talk about it,
that would have made it. Would have made.
There were some questionable things we did.
It would have made for a better bookend for my character. I felt
lost the match to Adam Payne.
If that happened, as opposed to me just drawing out with Pie Man and that not going anywhere.
Ground zero.
I got pinned by Dominic.
So,
I don't think
I
was pinned by Dominic because John forgot he was supposed to pin me.
I was pinned by Dominic.
Was I pinned by?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Oh, please, God.
No, John pinned you in that handicap match.
Yeah, I pinned him.
Speaking of handicap
match.
So, at least John remembered to pin me.
Yes.
So,
get on him, Dom. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sorry. James, you're right. I'm sorry. So,
I just don't know what was going on with that.
I didn't help. It should have been John's moment to shine, and I feel bad. But,
I am the greatest person to ever feel bad about this.
But here we are at the stable. It's therapeutic. So number 4. Number 4.
How does
Nick's chicanery,
your least favorite show turn into a therapy session for you?
I have seen the error of my ways.
So number 4.
I'm turning face.
Gang Rules 2008.
Fuck you.
That was another thing that I wasn't gonna pick, a one-match show.
Oh man.
Nope. Not picking no Gang Rules. I love the worst Gang Rules.
I love 2006.
Okay. It wasn't.
Wait, you really?
What?
Right on versus you? Gang Rules?
Gang Rules 2008.
Yeah, that was.
Really?
That was
bad?
No, that was the street fight afterwards.
Let me finish.
Wait, yeah.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Right, I forgot.
So.
I forgot that was that show.
Okay.
Let me,
Two things that stuck out about the Gang Rules 2008. One, the Rocket Pad tampon spot,
which I don't have the tape, and I've ripped the house apart.
Damn.
Don't have the tape.
Yes.
and
We still know existed.
Some bitch.
It's like one of the only 2 tapes I don't have.
I'm okay with the fact that you don't have it because
let's just clip to other videos of tampons.
We're women on the go. We need a tampon that works with our lifestyles.
That's why we use Tampax. The perfect tampon for that thing that happens. That thing is periods. Periods in the vagina and the uterus.
I need something dependable. Tampax is perfect for when tiny eggs come pouring out of my vagina covered in blood, and I need something to scoop them up to put back inside my body so that I can have babies. Someday.
Women everywhere agree that Tampax is the best there is. Whether your vagina is tall, short, round, square, or shaped like a weird ghost, You and your Tampax are sure to become best friends forever.
Because it was another because it was 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes to set up in the ring. Because
how do you unbox this?
Because
how the hell did Hazard have a tampon on him? Did we never answer
Yes,
that question?
Steve brought this up. He also had a training bra with him as well. I don't know, in the backseat of his car.
Has 30 guys. Who has a tampon? Hazard's like, I got one. We hold that as like, what?
So,
You need
all right,
super
so
heavy flow. What? Okay.
it took 5 minutes to set up. Dom doesn't know how to run.
Let's check out other videos of Dom running places.
I think.
Here we go! Oh!
I think there's so yeah, clip to that.
Yep.
Train the video.
Oh no.
Has
and they had
You can watch. I'm gonna train you.
He's teaching my basic collar and elbow tie-up.
Fuck off me. What are you doing? What is it? Come on. I'm trying my best, Hazard. I'm trying my best. Alright, let's start a little
Oh, Big
slower
John
pace.
getting into the mood, changing into a
Let me see how
ref
you
shirt.
throw a punch. Be right here. What the fuck are you doing? Don't hit me. What would you do if I was going to throw a punch at you? Say you're expecting a punch. How do you take a punch? How do you block the punch?
Instead of cock blocking, I'm like, can
Well, Hazard nails an STO.
Anything!
Is Hazard really training monoxide, or is he embarrassing monoxide?
What do you do now? How do you
It's
get out
a
of this
Stu
hole?
Hart-esque training method.
I don't know. Do I do this?
Oh, not bad.
No.
Do I do this? What do I do?
Alright. It's 3-1.
And keep in mind, Hazard has defeated Trench before, so there's a possibility here that if...
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, I was about to say there's a possibility that if
I'm a
Hazard
prima donna.
can teach him something, he may be able to be the next Pride champion.
Okay. Hold your arm
I'll
out.
tell you one thing, my lucky number's 8.
This.
Alright.
Hold this arm out. Like that. Wait. Higher. And then
Is Hazard teaching him that? Oh, never mind.
what do you
This
do
is the
now?
basic fireman's carry.
I don't know. Come up with a reversal. Show me something. Do something.
He's tickling him. I just got a knee to the side of his face for his trouble.
They had to repeat the spot.
They did?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You
had to
remember?
repeat the spot.
Yeah, they had to repeat
we had
the
to
spot.
repeat the spot.
What?
I don't
Because we
remember
fucked
that.
up the first time, and you was like, all right, you told us
How do you fuck up something that's never been done before?
because we didn't have the tampon
Right.
in the right
No,
place.
please do explain this in detail. Go ahead.
We didn't. We
So y'all
didn't
missed the tampon.
That's what
the
she
first
said.
time.
No, Dominic missed the tampon. Because Dominic, he... Stop and fall. He's going to actually run, stop and fall. That's why James said, no, do it over again.
I did not say that. Why is there a swastika in words behind you, Nick? Would you look at that? I did not know that about myself. All right.
So
this is awkward. My 7% point.
Now, coupled with that, and just to remind everybody, just to make things just twisted in, it was on Havoc.
Yeah, it was.
Now,
He's a
again,
good kid.
hats off to Havoc
True that.
for wanting to take the spot in first place.
I ain't taking no
A true professional one to put
That was
over,
after taking the Pepsi
Like,
plunge.
okay, I'll take a 3D on a tampon. Okay.
one to put over Rockapad.
It's like I'm not
Fuck it. I got beat by the damn 3D. Have it kicked out.
So, aside from that,
I
there
get
was
beat
the
by 3D before I get it on the tampon.
there was the Riot on Valdez feud.
Ah, yes.
The-
I really don't like.
It's just okay, and you know
I
that
really hate life.
unfortunately showed through the match. It wasn't.
You're no hero, Valdez.
Justice.
But he's my hero. Shoulder.
I'm the biggest dick here, but I get offended at everything. Somebody's
Pardon me while I go make love to a woman someone else is trying for.
Damn.
I have
to take the train.
Now we can't put this one.
Ah, shit!
I see that Charles just logged back on.
just the awkward cuts from the fucking RCW one. I really hate marijuana. That piece of James, can you pass me?
So, all in all, I'm putting it's my number 4 because in total it wasn't called well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't. No, I think that the 2008 one was actually called worse than any other one, and Joe was the general in that one. He was like, "All right, Tom, you're gonna get pinned first. Why? Just listen to me." And it was, you know, like I guess it didn't have enough James.
We all missed James that day.
It did not have enough James.
Yeah, we all missed James.
That was a hard day, man.
Yeah. That was a hard fight.
I was so injured. That wasn't even funny. Go on.
So my number 3. My number 3 and my number 2, they kind of go together.
I know you hate doubles.
So, Face Off on October 4th, 2009, and Uprising on the 11th, the week after.
Those shows didn't stand a chance, man.
It was a thin fucking roster. At that point,
considering that part of one show was probably taped the day of the other show, and
this was in 09?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This was.
Was I here?
Can we cut to? I think this is where Charles' promo is of. I love you, Nick. You fucking know that. Like, what the hell?
While you were gone, I don't know, gallivanting thing with your boyfriend or whatever. Ooh. I was here helping my friend Pitch Black win the Pride Championship. Really?
Well, when the skill level declines to nothing, one tends to go away to find something better. I never left you guys behind, and you fucking know that. You know that I had things I needed to take care of.
You did change your shirt, though.
And I did.
Pitch Black trying to keep the jovial sense.
It just so happens that Marcus was there, and he wanted some extra training. Is that really that big of a deal? I don't see what the problem is.
I told you Charles was watching. I love you too, buddy.
I mean, you know that about me. No one knows anything about you, you weird fuck.
If I'm right, I believe. Just make sure. Yes, I think the Uprising show was the actual. No, the Face Off show was the Gang Rules, and the Uprising show was the Pride Before the Fall 3s, which I have effectively labeled here as
very similar.
Which I named here as the Marcus Fuckfest.
Oh yes,
because it was literally everybody. There was literally Valdez and Hazard essentially shooting on Marcus's back.
Doing as many moves as possible.
And then I come late. Oh, John, get in this. Suplex.
Flip to that.
Oh shit! Get in the corner. Get in the corner. In the corner. Yeah.
When did you get here?
He doesn't know which one to hit. I can't believe it. Who on our team?
One man in the ring at a time. Wait, you're on his team. You're on my team.
This is awesome.
Watch-a-mania. One man in the ring at a time.
Who stopped from getting All right, now we're back to live action. Oh God, you just killed Big John.
Oh no.
Cutting away from TNA and going back to WWE now.
Stop throwing it on you. I'm sliding away.
Well, we're finally gonna find out what Tyron and Big John would actually look like.
It was like we saw Roderick Strong, and that was our first ever time watching wrestling, and he was our hero. Backbreakers, Tilt the World.
I'm the messiah of the Marcus Breaker.
The Catatonic Backbreaker. Yeah.
But y'all wonder why he had alleged arthritis.
This is after the comeback.
He had alleged arthritis.
Allegedly.
Jose did that.
So
Valdez did that way worse.
I hate to break
No.
Versus James and Haver? Powerbomb backstabber?
It was one match.
Not right. That's not right.
That's all it took.
We've all taken one or two pretty brutal bumps.
He made Mark pass out of the pain.
All of my worst bumps are inflicted by myself.
Drop your cow. Back flip out.
Front flip out. Shooting style.
The fact that, hang on, can it be said that both Nick and Brock Lesnar messed up the shooting star in the same year?
Same,
in the same way?
What's Mazzano going for here now? What's he looking for? Oh shit! Shooting star press! He misses! Holy shit! We have not seen that before from Mazzano.
Yeah.
Can it also be said that I 450'd myself into like a broken nose?
Oh boy.
I was like 450. Ow. My nose is bleeding. I must stop wrestling.
Alright, so I have a notation here that goes fuck monoxide.
Oh wow.
Which brings me to a couple of notes I want to point out before I get to my number one.
You're gonna be able to draw like a spider between all these. Like, look at the monoxide trail that has gone between all my.
Yeah, I'm seeing a recurrent thing.
Yeah, I wonder what it is. And my first point is Dom matches fuck up every goddamn show. Like a show could be a 5-star.
Except for the reunion show.
Okay.
He didn't fuck up the reunion show. He didn't fuck up the show that he was Spider-Man with the kids.
Oh, he did. Because he was horrible in it, but the kids liked
Wait,
it.
was that the match against JJ?
That only exists on Botchamania versus Marcus.
Yeah, versus Marcus, but all the kids came to see.
Spider-Man.
Go Jeff Hardy, go Spider-Man!
And if that doesn't tell you...
Clip.
Oh, JJ, you're so... Oh, there we go. No! Now the twist of fate!
If that doesn't tell you anything about it,
But look how much he's grown. Now he's running shows and doing them in Jersey and doesn't know if his show should sell tickets.
From Arizona.
Because you know how you can make a profit on wrestling shows without selling tickets. Not if he should, if the show should have.
Ooh, well, that's...
You realize we can go to the show for free, Valdez. You better not go to North Carolina.
You realize you can get booked on the show and get paid for free.
Wow.
Get paid for free?
Could you imagine they did a Bravado versus Valdez match in Jersey?
You know he book it. Oh my!
That would be orgasmic. He's like broken Matt now.
That he doesn't like Dom.
Yeah.
Of course.
That would be.
But for $75, I'm sure he'll wrestle in the ring.
Who? Me? Who said I didn't like Dom? I'm going over. No.
If that'd be the only way I wrestle for Dom. If I wrestle James. If Dom can get that to happen, I will wrestle. I will wrestle in Dom's ring.
I will see. That's not Dom's ring. Dom don't have tickets. You think he got a ring?
And he cash in advance.
Great one. Of course.
You pay me
of course,
in
it's
advance.
Dom. You get your envelope when I get.
Oh yeah. Where were we going?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
So yeah,
Every
Dom
match.
matches fuck up every show.
Every show.
All right.
Is there a Dom match on every one of your shows here?
Let's see. He was in Gang Rules 2008.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was on Last Show 2009.
Yep.
And he was
He
on
had a bad
he was
match
in
there,
the
yep.
Face Off and an Uprising.
Can I stop you here? How y'all not forgetting about the outrage match when he ran around and started laughing?
His list
during the
is good.
outrage match.
Wait till your list, John.
No.
John.
Yeah.
You're ruining my finish here.
I know.
You're ruining the finish.
I know.
Don't go back to the old school. You just fucked up his number one.
Okay.
You just fucked up his number one. We're gonna clip that out.
So, my number one. The worst match.
Sure.
The worst show. Because this essentially was. It really was a one-match show, even though there were two matches. But I'll get to why it was a one-match show. Outbreak.
I knew you were going with this.
July 5th, 2009. Okay, I'll start with the main event first. Mazzano with a better opponent could have salvaged the show. The show wouldn't be on the list.
Man, you will not give Alex any credit.
No.
Even when he has what can only be called a good match. You will say that it's not as good as it could have been.
I'm not saying it was a bad match. I'm saying
it was alright.
Yeah.
It was that show needed a great match, and that was a good match. I feel with anybody else except for Dom that year, I think with Prince Jay Goya, he would have had a great match. Yeah.
Like if you put like Nick and Joe.
Prince Jay Goya.
Yeah. Like if you put Nick and Joe, I don't think you could, because the problem with the fucking the outrage match was it was offensive and it was long.
Oh yeah.
So like that'll kill the momentum of anything, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like it was 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can put me Valdez and then me versus Rydom, and then put a 45, 50 hour, 16-minute outrage match with nothing happening. They're gonna be like, I'm tired, I'm going home.
Jesus Christ.
Sunrise,
So that is
sunset.
the Pentagon of Dom. Notice how I pieced this together like the Black Dahlia murders.
Yes. So the outrage match. Now it's one of my. It's a personal favorite because it was something different. It was something new, and it was.
And you can only remember it from first person.
You exactly.
So at least you're seeing cool things happening around you.
But the outrage match is the greatest clusterfuck in the history of our sport.
Oh.
Like it is the Dungeon of Horrors match.
It is not the
James,
the 09 Halloween Battle Royale.
Can I why Dominic?
Why Dominic
Why-
was?
why-
Because we don't have a lot of people, and Dominic is always the sixth guy.
James gives people chances.
That's
That's
true,
one
too.
thing. It doesn't matter.
What are you
where
talking
you're
about?
coming
Why
with.
Still to
what are you
this
talking
day.
About why Dom? Do you know who was in that match?
Hello, Nick.
Of course, my brother.
Thank you, Nick.
No, not the first one.
Oh, okay.
The first one was myself, Dom, Hazard, and a baklava. Neo
It's a Greek
Genesis. It's a ski
It's
mask.
balaclava.
Balaclava. There we go.
Because baklava is that Greek pastry I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Like, wait, have it came with his face smothered in honey and pastry. Like, what's he doing? I am the pie man now. Fuck you, Brian.
Understanding other languages is powerful.
So anyway, so it's myself.
Bangladesh.
So
Thank you, Nick.
all right, it's
Thank you, Nick.
Hazard in a mask, Neo Genesis,
And Pat's
Dom.
not in a mask.
This was pre-Pie Man.
And Neo.
No, Neo. And Pie Man wasn't in this match.
No, it was JJ, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe it was JJ. Okay. Now.
Oh shit! Oh my god! It's on my arm. Oh, Nick, I hope you did not get this on my
It's all right,
pretty white shirt.
That's what she said.
This is your round one.
All right.
So, and that concludes my top 5 worst list.